Okay, so welcome back, guys. It's Kids Coding Playground here. So today we'll be finishing up Apple Dash. So you guys may be asking, why haven't you been posting the video? It's been over a month. Well, it's because I have end of the year exams and have to study for the tests. But now school is over, I can upload more frequently. So we will be working on the last part of Apple Dash. So before we start, I will quickly go through the code of the game. Alright, zoom in. So inside the player, here is the movement, and this is switching the skins if you buy the other one. The starting up the game. And then we got the bomb. This is just the code for the bomb. The sound when it hits the player, when the bomb falling out of the sky. And the HP on the character. The basket. Fruit, so this is like the fruit movement, the fruit falling down. So this is the fruit, and then we got the begin button, really simple, just like the clicking the begin button. Coins, this is the currency of the game. You use this to buy different upgrades. You can pause it if you'd like. The hitbox, the shop icon, you can click on it. Alright, so that's the shop icon. The shop background switches the background when you enter the shop. The exit button in the shop, so you can click and exit. Alright, and then this is the speed upgrade. Okay, and then this is the bigger basket upgrade. And then we have the different skin purchase. You can buy the pig. Alright. And this is the button. Let's say you want to switch back to the ghost. You just click it. Alright. So right now we're going to add like a little title screen. So when you start the game, as you can see, it's kind of like blank right here. We're going to add like a little title screen right there. So it'll look a little bit better. So I actually got the skirts from my dad. He helped me add this thing. So let's paint a new sprite. So first we're going to get like a yellowish color, like kind of yellow or orange with no outline. Make the saturation at max, and I'll click on the text. Probably gonna make a marker because it's easier to see. So I'm gonna write Apple dash. Write that. Make it bigger. Alright, so we have our text, make it a little bit smaller. Alright, so Apple Dash. Okay. Alright, so first in Apple Dash, in this title, we're gonna rename this thing to title. Oops, caps lock. Title. Alright, so let's start coding inside the title. So when I receive the start screen, message on the title, we're going to go to the front layer. Go to front layer, and I'm gonna go to X0 and Y10. So it's gonna be somewhere like right here, about like right there. And we're gonna show the sprite, and we're gonna go point in direction of 90. So point in direction of 90. We're gonna set the size as 0%. Alright. So like it's gonna like turn small and flash big. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to make a new variable. We're going to call it turn. Turn for all sprites. So inside turn, we're going to set it to 0 at the beginning. So we're also going to make this Apple logo, Apple Dash title, like rotate side to side. So we're going to make something called turn to 0. And then we're going to get a forever loop. Forever. We're going to change the size. Oops, change the size by 150 divided by 150. We're gonna divide and subtract. So we're gonna subtract the 150 by the size, and then we're gonna divide by 3. So remember the subtract has to be in the first slot. And then we're going to change the turn by 4. We will use the turn. We're going to change the turn by 4. And we are going to turn this amount of degrees. So this is just to make this thing rotate side to side. So turn. We're going to get a divide by 2. Divide by 2, and we're going to get cosine. Alright. Oops. Move it to the front. Cosine of turn. Alright. And then if we're gonna move the mouse on the sprite, the title sprite, we're gonna make it flash big, okay? And we're gonna get if the touching mouse pointer, then we can just duplicate this. Change this. Instead of 150, we're doing 200. 200 minus the size divided by 3. Alright. And then one more script right here, when I receive start game. So when the game has started, when you click on the begin button, we're going to hide this and stop this script. Stop other scripts in the sprite. Okay, so now we can save the project. As you can see, this thing is right there. It's toggling from side to side. When you put your mouse on it, it gets bigger. I think we can actually make this sprite smaller in the costumes. So I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. Looks a little bit too big. Okay. I think this is better. There you go. That looks better. And when you click play, as you can see, it flashes big. That's why we set it to 0%. Right? Just makes your game look a little bit better with this little thing title. Alright, so now we can start working on our Fruit Armageddon scripts. So what this is so at some points a bombard of fruits and bombs will fall into the game to make it more interesting, you know? So we are going to make a new sprite. I'm gonna paint it. Okay, text. We're gonna use the red. We're gonna use marker, I guess. And then we're going to say, I guess, incoming fruit Armageddon. We will add the force field after this. Use the force field by hitting the F key. Alright. Let's go into text. Let's space it out a little bit so it looks better. Here we go. And we're gonna make this text flash so it'll look better. Alright. Okay, so we have the text. We're gonna go into the code. We can probably shrink this inside like that. So then we'll get more space to increase the size. Let's make it a little bit smaller. Okay, there you go. Alright, so now let's go back to the code for this thing. And then when I receive start game, we're going to make a new variable. We're going to call it Fruit Armageddon. That's how you spell it. Status. This is for all sprites again. So we're going to set it to off in the beginning, because it will occur every so often. So in the beginning we don't want it to play. And then we're gonna get forever if we're gonna get an if then statement. So if it's not equal, if the fruit Armageddon is on, so if it's not, that means it's gonna be off. Fruit. If it's not this, then we're going to wait 10 seconds. So probably like every 10 seconds an Armageddon will occur. So we're gonna repeat 4 times. We're gonna make it like flashes, making the text flash. So we're gonna go hide, wait 0.5 seconds, 0.5 seconds, and then we're gonna show, and then wait another 0.5 seconds. Alright, and then we're going to hide. After this is done playing, we're going to hide this. And then we're going to set the fruit Armageddon to on, so it's in its progress of doing it. Set fruit Armageddon status to on. And then we're going to broadcast a message called fruit Armageddon. This will be, the fruits will receive this message, actually. So you're going to get broadcast fruit Armageddon. And then we're going to wait another 10 seconds. So it won't be that frequent. Alright, so here's the code for that. And then we're going to get our one green flag clicked. I'll probably keep this text like right here in the middle of the screen. Maybe like 00 or something. So we're going to hide. And then we're going to go to 00, which is the origin 00. And we're going to set the status to off. Set fruit Armageddon status to off. And then when I receive here, end game, right here, we're going to stop other scripts in this sprite. Alright. Okay, so now let's go back to our fruits. And what are the fruits? Okay. So inside the fruits, we're going to receive the message when I receive fruit Armageddon. Okay, so when I receive fruit Armageddon, we're going to set the fruit speed to -15. So right here, fruit speed is -6. We're basically gonna like make it faster, so then the fruits will fall faster. Fruit speed over here. We're gonna do -15, and then we're gonna wait 8 seconds. So it'll be like that for 8 seconds. The Armageddon will probably be for 8 seconds, and then we're gonna set the fruit speed back to -6 after it is finished. -6. So we're gonna set it to -6, and then we're going to broadcast a message called stop fruit Armageddon. And then the Armageddon text will receive that and it'll stop. So stop fruit Armageddon. That, okay? So we're going to go to the sprite. We can rename this. It's like text or something. And when we receive this message inside the text, we are going to receive stop fruit Armageddon. Oops. Stop fruit Armageddon. We're going to stop, set the fruit Armageddon status to off. Fruit Armageddon. Status to off. Alright, so now we have this fruit Armageddon. Let's test it out. Also, everyone, I made one small mistake. This has to be on. So you have to wait until the fruit Armageddon status is not equal to on. That means it's off. So I found it out. So be sure to put this into your code. Alright. So now let's test it out. Should happen like every 10 seconds. There you go. As you can see, the text is showing up. And the fruits are falling faster. We can also make the bombs fall faster by putting the same code into the bomb and the coins. Alright. So, it's just that one small mistake I put right there. You have to put it on and not off. Alright. So let's go to the bomb. We can just pretty much go back to the fruits. Drag and drop this thing into the bomb. and drag and drop this thing into the coin. Alright, so let's start. Just waiting for another Armageddon. So you can see the text is showing up. So you can see everything's falling faster. Yeah. Let's save our project. Also, I forgot. Yeah, right here. You have to switch these. This has to be bomb speed, not fruit speed. Bomb speed. This also has to be bomb speed. Like that. How fast do we? Oh, we put it at -8. That's the speed of the bomb. That's normally. And so we're gonna make this like -20 or something. And inside the coin, we have to, instead of doing this, we're going to have to. Oops. We have to do this as the same thing corresponding. So we're gonna have to use the coin speed. The coin speed. And also we have to set the wait time to 0 right here, so it won't be waiting. Wait time to 0. -50. Let's do -20 as well. And the wait 8 seconds. We're gonna put the wait time to 3 again. So this is just not let them not spawn too quick. Wait time to 3. And then we're gonna set the coin speed back to original speed, which is 9, right? -9. Okay. Let's do it now. Okay. I just turned on the volume. Just wait until the Armageddon comes. Just got hit by bomb. Alright, so here it is. Alright, see, as you can see, everything is falling faster now, not just the fruits. Alright. So yeah, that's the Armageddon. So now let's work on the force field. I don't think we'll actually be able to finish this today. If we can, then that'd be great. So first, let me, I think I have my backpack. If not, I will have to get it. Okay, so hold up, let me get my force field sprite real quick. Alright, so now we have our force field purchase button. And now I have to get my force field. Alright, so now I have both the force field and the purchase button. So something that's different between these and the force fields, you can buy unlimited amount of force fields. So that's going to be one different thing. We're going to have to switch. Okay, so in the force field, when I receive start game, we are going to hide. And when I receive start screen, we're going to hide, and we're going to switch the costume to costume 1, which is the non-grayed out one. So we have a grayed out one and a non-grayed out one. So every time you click it, it'll just change a little color. That's what we're gonna do. Costume 1. And when I receive, what is that? End game. I'm going to hide. Okay. And then, so basically we're just going to drag and drop the same thing we did right here. So right here we have this thing, right? This checked purchase. So we're just going to drag and drop this into here. Right. Alright, so now we have this. So I deleted the endgame thing because I realized it's a whole different thing, so we wouldn't need that. So right here we have this thing. Instead, we have to make a new variable. We're going to call it start buying. This one you can buy infinite amount. And it seems that we already have it because I imported this sprite. So start buying is the variable. It's for all sprites as well. So we are going to instead change this to start buying because you can buy infinite amount. And we're going to put yes right here. And we're going to, instead of using this, we're going to have to broadcast another message. So it drag and drop another thing, this thing, when I receive shop into our force field. So when I receive shop, I'm going to make this guy go to -60. And -25 instead. And we're going to switch the costume to costume 1. Okay. And 100 minus size divided by 3, that's the same thing. And then instead right here, we're going to change something different. So we're going to allow them to buy infinite amount. So we're going to do this out for a second. We're going to set the start buying variable. Start buying to yes. And put this broadcast. We're going to use the broadcast and wait instead. And we're going to make a new variable called check ForceField purchase. Check ForceField purchase and wait. Alright. And right here, instead of this, we're going to do check ForceField purchase. Oops. And we're going to start buying to yes. And instead, right here, we're going to set the start buying back to n. So if it's equal to yes, I'm going to set it back to no. And this has to be an if-then statement, not an if-else. If. We can keep this actually because it's the same cost. We're going to set the start buying to no. And we're going to get an equal operator. Start buying here to yes. And we're just going to put this back in here. If, and this has to be an if-then statement again. So I'm going to use another if-then statement. So this is a bit different because you want to buy infinite amount. So if money, we're going to make it 25 cost, the same as the wings. Then we're going to change the money. Money by -25. And we're going to switch the costume to costume 2. Switch costume to costume 2. And I'm pretty sure we have the variable ForceField already. ForceField, right here, yeah. So this one, we're going to change the ForceField by 1. The variable ForceField. It's for all sprites as well. So once you buy one, you will gain a ForceField. And you're going to wait 0.5 seconds before letting them buy one more again. So wait 0.5 seconds, and then we're going to switch back to the original costume, allowing them to buy another one. Switch costume 1. Alright. So now let's go to our ForceField actual sprite, the actual sprite itself, like the actual ForceField. And we are going to get when the F key is pressed, when key F is pressed, we're going to get if-then statement. So we're going to get if ForceField is greater than 1. We're only going to allow it if they have greater than 1 ForceField. Of course, you can use one if you don't have any. So greater than 1, and we have 2 conditions. ForceField greater than 1, and not ForceField status equals on. So that means if ForceField is on, then that means we can't allow them to use another one, so they can't stack on each other. So we already have the ForceField status right here. I made it, and so basically it's for all sprites as well. And we're gonna get a not right here, not equal to on. So ForceField status not equal to on. And then we're going to set the ForceField timer, which is already right here. Set the ForceField timer to 10. So it's going to be for 10 seconds. And then we're going to broadcast a message. And we are going to name it start timer. I think we would have it. Start timer. Apparently we do not have it, so we have to make the message. Start timer. Start timer, and inside start timer, we're going to show go to front layer, so it's going to go in front of the actual player. Go to front layer, where is it? Over here. And then we're going to set the ghost effect 50%. So it's a little bit see-through, so you can see through it a little bit. Set the ghost to 50. And we're going to add forever. Forever, if else. If force field timer is greater than 0, then it will always go to the fruit catcher. So if it's not over, it's basically meaning the force field timer is not over. Force field timer is not over, then we will always go to the fruit catcher. Or the ghost. The player, yeah. And else, if it's over, then we are going to set the force field status to off. Force field status to off. And we are going to hide and stop the script. Alright, so this is the, when you click F, this will happen. And then we're going to get it when green flag clicked. Set the force field to 0, so you'll start out with 0 force fields. To 0, and then we're going to set the force field to off. Force field status to off. In the beginning, you do not have a force field on. And we're going to hide in the beginning. Alright, and then when I receive start game, we are going to start game, we are going to hide, and same with end game. Just duplicate this one, and oops, common. Duplicate this one, and we're going to rename it to end game. Right here. And when I receive start screen, we are also going to hide. Start screen. And one last thing, this is the timer. So when I receive start timer, like we broadcasted earlier, start timer, we're going to set the force field status to on. So while the timer is active, the force field will be on. And we're going to change the force field by -1 because you've used one. Change force field by -1. And we're going to repeat the amount for force field timer, so which is 10. Repeat the force field timer amount. And we're going to wait 1 second and change the force field timer by -1. Alright, so now let's save it. Let's go full screen. Alright, so as you can see. Oh yeah, we can also hide the variable in the beginning. So let me get some money first. It costs 25 money. I'll get a little bit more so I can show you can buy multiple. Okay. Alright, so let me keep on going. Alright. Give me like 50. And remember, you can click S to go to the shop. Alright. So we are going to buy some force field. So as you can see, buy 1, buy 2, you get 2. Alright. Let's hit the F key. As you can see, the force field's right there. And you don't take any damage. One last thing, I forgot that we have to make it let the player not take any damage when they touch a bomb with the force field active. So we are going to go to the player again, one last time. Player, so right here, I forgot to add this. Wait, not player, sorry, the bomb. Bomb, let's go to the bomb. And so right here, if the Y position, we're also going to put a OR statement. So we're going to put or it's touching the force field. Touching the force field. Alright. So we're going to do the same thing to the fruits and coins. So inside the fruit, if touching basket or force field. And finally, the coin right here. In the coin, we are going to get a so we're going to do it down here where it's touching the basket. We're going to get an ore touching basket or touching. So apparently the recorder stopped for some reason, so you'll see a cut right there. So we're going to continue where we left off. So we're going to do this when if touching force field as well. Alright, and that should be it, I'm pretty sure. So let's play it. Let's make it bigger. Alright. Armageddon going on. Alright. Got a force field right now. Oh, I'm missing all the coins. Alright, we got a few. We're pretty close to 50. I'll show you that you can buy multiple. And right. One more, please. Oh. So you buy one. Let's go back. A little bit of money. Alright. Oh, that one gave one. Come on. It's like they gave a random amount. The shop. Let's buy another one. Alright, let's wait until an Armageddon comes and I'll show you that the force field should work. Or I can just show you right now. Yeah, see? As you can see, I don't get damaged by the bombs. Yeah. Pretty cool. Alright, there's another force field. Alright. So yeah. That's pretty much it for this project. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, Kids Coding Playground. And I'll see you guys in the next tutorial. Bye!